So into our next match of the day, actually just two individual sets to 25 between Arthur Okaw and Gramercy as that hit into the net. And Arthur leads it 1-0 here just underway. Second of a back-to-back for the Conquering Riders. And an ace will make it 2-0. Serve here, ricochets around, and Warriors managed to play it back over. Just tipped across, and now tipped in by Ella Taylor, and it's a 2-1 lead for Arthur. Back to serve for Gramercy is Emma Klosterman. Klosterman serve, return back over, and now Arthur with an opportunity. And a kill on the far side by Haley Rhodes. And Arthur leads 3-1. Served now by Anna Hook. Is tracked down on the near side and bumped over by Williams. Set back across. Now Williams again. That is out of bounds. And it's 4-1. Serve here played back up front. And that goes off the block up top and then sent back over. Set back on the near side. Now Arthur will play it out. That's blocked up front. And sent over by Taylor. Arthur to set it in the middle again. Yoder trying to tip it over. Had to stay out of the net and somehow managed to do that. And then a kill on the far side. Nope, a ricocheted out. Actually, a really good dig by Keisha Miller. And the Warriors end up getting the point after all that. A 4-2 lead for Arthur. It's in for the Riders is Alexis Cutler. Serve here played up front. And that will eventually fall in. So a 5-2 lead for Arthur. Into the lineup comes Victoria Sisney. Back to the outside, put across by Williams. Back in the middle, Yoder fires, hits that into the net. And make it 5-3, Arthur. Serve here, played to the middle, and nobody moves for it for Arthur. Make it 5-4. In the lineup for Gramercy comes number 10, Autumn Tuckey. And that's serve out of bounds. Make it 6-4. Keisha Miller to serve here for the Riders. Set back to the outside. Now Arthur with an opportunity. And good kill from Victoria Sisney. So Arthur with a 7-4 lead here early. Miller's serve is an ace. Make it 8-4. And another ace, a little bit of a shorter serve that time, kind of a floater from Miller. And a 9-4 lead for Arthur. Ella Taylor back in for the Warriors. Serve here in the back row. Across by North. And she'll bump it over. And that hit out of bounds. Nine 5 Arthur. It's Caitlin Liskey to serve for the Warriors here, trying to get Gramercy a little bit closer here in set one. That will be an ace. Make it 9-6. Set to the near side, and that hit out of bounds by Yoder, making it now 9-7. That hits the top of the net and rolls over, so the ace will make it 9-8. Wow, what a serve that time around by Liskey. Good play off the back line for Arthur. And now the Riders another chance. Yoder will get a kill there, making it 10-8. And in the lineup for Arthur comes Anna Hook. And an ace served up by Ava Yoder. Make it now 11-8. Ava will continue to serve. And another ace. Now 12-8. Surf playing now far side. Back to the middle by North, and now sent over by Klosterman. Set in the middle, and Hook with a kill. Arthur extending this lead a little bit now. It's a 13-8 advantage here in set one. Again, this is not a best of three situation. These are all individual sets to 25, and they tally those up in order to decide where you go in the individual brackets tomorrow. All the bracket play will be on Friday, all the way through the championships. As that hit into the net by Lynn North. Now a 14-8 lead for Arthur. And a timeout to Gramercy. We'll take one as well. You're watching the NACA National Championship Tournament. The lead for Arthur here at set one. That goes off the top of the net, but still alive here. Now that hit falls short for Sisney, making it 14-9. service error for the Warriors and Tiffany Harris. So that'll make it 15-9 Arthur. Back to serve for the Riders is Victoria Sisney, 5'7" freshman. Arthur with a quick opportunity here, set in the middle. Hook just puts it into the net. Make it 15-10. And that's served into the net by Lynn North. 16-10 Arthur. As Kaufman will get set to serve. Our scoreboard decides to malfunction, but, we'll deal with it. Far side, that's ricochets off the ceiling. Played back to the back row. Put over there by Mast. And now sent across by Klosterman. Other side. It goes for the Warriors. Little tip over, and that will fall in. So 16-11, the lead for Arthur. So now Emma Klosterman, 5'6" senior with the serve. It's played back on the near side. Arthur with an opportunity. Sent over there by Rhodes. I'll sit back to the middle. And a kill for Anna Hook. Makes it now 17-11 Arthur. So Hook with the serve. Played back near side. Tipped over there by Liskey. Yoder fires. That's dug out in the back row. Arthur trying to track it down here. Yoder will just bump it over. It's tipped up front. Now set onto that back line. And some miscommunication and an 18-11 lead. So Arthur trying to stretch it out a little bit here. Played up front. That was tipped out back row. And that hit into the net by Kaufman. 18-12 Riders as back in for Arthur comes Alexis Cutler. This play to the outside. Good block up front by Macy Williams. Nice job at the net there. Make it now 18-13. Playing to the outside. Good set and a really good kill for Ava Yoder. That's the best set of this match so far. Yoder had a nice little run up to it. Now 19-13. And that's served out of bounds. Make it 19-14. Serve here is out of bounds from Macy Williams. The service error will give it back over to Arthur. And you see there, just a foot or two off that back line. Playing to that back row. Pumped over by Taylor. Now set in the middle. Yoder again. And another kill on the far side. Kind of see her adjust in the air a little bit here and find that open spot on the floor, which is that left side. Kill will make it 21-14. Little floater from Miller. Over to the near side. They'll set back up to the net. Put over there by Liskey. And this tip back into the net. So 22-14, the lead here for Arthur. You can see not quite able to get back over the top of the net. And this return into the net. Well, that's really good play up front by Harris. And then the subsequent hit goes out of bounds. It's 23-14, Arthur. A serve here by Miller. It's put across on the near side. And this ricochets off the ceiling. Now played on that back line by Arthur. Set back on the near side. That hit out of bounds. 23-15, the lead for Arthur. Set to the outside, tipped across, and that will fall in. So 24-15. See here that little tip, actually pretty good hustle from the back row of Gramercy by Caitlin Liskey, and now set point to be served up by Ava Yoder. And that hit out of bounds. And they'll do it for set one. 25-15 is the lead for Arthur. We'll take a break, come back with set two of this matchup in a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament. Start of set 2 as the Warriors will serve first. And a nice hit off the near side. Actually, I'd end up making a catch up here. Who would have guessed? There you go. That thing, they couldn't have thrown it up here any better than it got here. 1-0 the lead for Arthur. So that hit into the net by Lila Kaufman, tied things up at 1. Again, we are in the midst of set number 2, just 2 individual sets per match today. It's not best of 3. This is still essentially pool play. Bracket play won't begin till tomorrow, bright and early tomorrow at that, 9 a.m. I do believe. So the Warriors with an opportunity here to capitalize and just put it back across. And right now, just some volleying going on, so someone can get an opportunity to hit, and then eventually deflects and falls in on the side of Arthur. So 2-1, the lead for Gramercy. Gramercy Christian School out of Newport, North Carolina. As this ricochets around and an ace makes it 3-1. Arthur Okaw out of Arthur, Illinois. Serve here taken now up front. Set it to the outside. And a nice play there. Good little tip across by Anna Hook. You'll see here just not a whole lot that can be done from the Gramercy side of things. 3-2 in the lead for the Warriors. Anna Hook's serve is just out of bounds. I think it should be 4-2 Gramercy. There it is. Working on the score a little bit. And that goes under the net. So the service error will make it 4-3. So this is Lindsay Mast with the serve. Tracked down in the back row by the Warriors. And put across there by North. Now tracked down to the far side. This sent over by Klosterman. Yoder fires, and she'll get a kill there. You back tied at 4. Ava Yoder, just a freshman for Arthur. Boy, if she continues to improve, she's going to be some type of player her junior and senior years. That hit into the net. So a 5-4 lead for Arthur. Serve here by Mast. Play it back in the middle. It's sent over. Now back to the near side. That was Sisting. Back row put over by Liskey. So a nice volley here. Arthur with an opportunity. Good dig in that back line by Williams. And then finally blocked up front. And Arthur leads at 6-4. It goes to that back line. Liskey puts it across. And we have an illegal hit on Keisha Miller. Make it 6-5. good hit along that back line. Just good positioning there for Keisha Miller. They get a 7-5 lead for Arthur. Serve here just bumped over. Save back in the near side. And once again, kind of ricochets across. And that hit out of bounds. Make it 8-5 Arthur. Serve here from Miller. A nice hit from that back line by Lynn North. It ricochets around, ends up falling in. So a kill for Lynn. Makes it 8-5 Arthur. And now Tiffany Harris to serve. Set in the near side. Good placement there by Lila Kaufman. You'll see that again here in just a second. You can see her just adjust a little bit, find that open spot and tip it there. So 9-6 is the lead for Arthur. Riders with another opportunity here. Set in the back. Good job on that back line by Harris. And a good kill in the middle for North again. Make it 9-7 Arthur. Serve here by Klosterman, back in the near side. Wow. A good reflection off that hit on the near side. A good deflection, I should say, off the hit on the near side, and then it ends up falling in anyway. Man, that original hit was a great dig off the back line, and then chasing it down was Klosterman to keep it alive, but Arthur ends up getting a point out of it anyway. 10-7 the lead here for the Riders in set two. Up front, that put across by Williams. That hit on the far side, and that'll fall in. Now 11-7. So here play to that back line again. North fires. Good dig on the far side by Kaufman. Now sent back over. Sent here on the near side. Put over by Liskey. Now that hit into the net by Ellie Rhodes. $11-8. The lead for Arthur. So Caitlin Liskey to serve. That is an ace inside that back corner. Just good placement. See here, not a whole lot Arthur's going to do with that. That's just a good serve. And there's another ace. So now 11-10. Gramercy sticking around here in set two. And another ace. So we're tied up at 11. And we'll have a timeout to Arthur. 11-11 here in set two. Back with more in a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament. So serve here after we're tied up at 11 out of that timeout. And a kill on the near side for Haley Rhodes. Makes it 12-11. The lead now for Arthur. Lila Kaufman will get set to serve. As an ace served up, making it now 13-11. Been a really good second set. These two teams have managed to put together some decent volleyball here. And a close set, which has not really been the regular occurrence here for the first 2 days of this tournament. That's blocked up front, and that'll make it 14-11. Of course, as soon as I say that, watch this thing start to grow a little bit, but has been a good competitive second set. It's in the back row now put across. Arthur with another opportunity. Set here on the near side. That was partially blocked up front. We'll send over. Arthur will try it again. And a hook with another kill. 15-11 Arthur. Concrete Riders already took the first set, working on the second set here. Again, not a best of three scenario. This is just individual sets today, and pool play once again. We'll make it a 15-11 lead and a timeout to Gramercy. I'll take one as well. Be back here with more in just a moment. You're watching the NACA National Tournament. Here, taken over here on the near side. Deflected, now back up front, tipped across. That will fall in. And a 16-11 lead for Arthur. Now Kaufman with the serve. That's out of bounds. Make it 17-12. And Ella Taylor to serve. And really good placement there on the sent across by Hook. You see it here as she just could have tried to hit it, but then realized there was plenty of room in that back line and just set it back there. So 18-12. And this played off the ceiling to the outside. North will just put it across. Set back on the near side. And nice dig in that back line by Klosterman. And this hammer, and that ricocheted off the ceiling off for another nice dig by Klosterman. Try it again to Yoder. Hammers it again, and this time that's it. Now 19-12. Boy, Ava Yoder just unloading on a couple. So the set back and now bumped across. Arthur will play it back in the near side. That hit and goes off of the antenna on the near side, so it is out of bounds, making it 20-12 Arthur. Serve here by Hook is into the net. Make it 20-13. Back in for the Riders is Alexis Cutler. And Macy Williams to serve here for the Warriors. Played back to the near side. Yoder just takes her time, puts that down. Off a nice set. Again, she could have hammered that, but took a little bit off just to make sure the placement is right. It's 21-13. Now Lindsay Mast to serve. And that is in on the far sideline. Another ace. Make it 22-13. It's played up front, hit into the net. We'll make it now 23-13 as Arthur inches a little bit closer to a set 2 victory. Into the lineup for the Riders comes Aaron Oliver, 5'5" senior. Serve here, play to the outside. That hit out of bounds. 24-13, and a set point coming up here shortly. Lindsay Mast will serve. Try to get 2 more sets for Arthur. Played out to the outside. Trying to set it back. Put over there by Klosterman. And now so I believe they said it went out. That should be point to Arthur. And that'll do it. 25-13 is the final here in set 2 as Arthur takes a pair. And that'll do it for this particular matchup. We'll have another one coming for you in just about 20 minutes at noon. You've been watching the NACA National Championship Tournament.